he paused on Jay. He basically smooching the camera, holding a little plushie. Oh, right. I wanted to open up Verdict's video now that you mentioned it. All right, listen, I'm going to give you guys a very balanced take. I'm not loyal to any company. I am interested in what I think is fair. So Pearl Abyss came out with a video, and we're going to pause the music for a second. Pearl Abyss came out with a video, and the video that they came out with is about the state of the game, and it's Jay talking in the video. And I felt personally that it was a little tone deaf, right? Because people are kind of really, no one really wants to hear from Jay right now. They want to know what he's going to do to fix the game and not empty platitudes. And in the video, he gave us some empty platitudes, right? At least that's how it felt to me. You know, you have your own opinions. You're your own person. You're welcome to have them. But we're going to pull it up on screen. Let me move my chat over so I can actually see you guys while I'm looking at it. Okay. So, it's in theater mode.
We back. Big vacation, health issues, kidney stones, stomach blockage, varicocele. We back. But you know what? I'm furious already. I'm pissed. I am mad.
Let's see.
I'm upset. The audacity of this man to stand in front of the BDO community and smile like nothing is wrong. Smile as if he didn't kill the game. Smile as if they are not doing consciously a continent of the Ninth Seal with Black Desert is insanity.
I will agree with this part. This part to me is kind of crazy because there's no way he doesn't know. Like, he can't be tone deaf to the fact that players are not happy with him right now. And I know that maybe there's a part of him that desires to smooth things over, right? He's like, oh, maybe if I could just talk to people, it'll help them. The perception of the players, whether it's fair or not, and again, I say this on behalf of all of us, whether this perception is fair or not, is that you are ignoring us and that you use us to buy a Bugatti. That is the perception of the players. If BDO players know two things about Jay, they know that he ignores the players and that he knows that he got a Bugatti out of us. Anyone disagree with what I'm saying? Like, I'm not crazy. Thank you for that follow. I appreciate you and welcome to the Soul Society, my friend. Bro, you see what I'm saying? Like, no one has a different perception. And that is kind of crazy. In all the times that I've been gaming, in all the games I've ever played, in all the MMOs and single player games and all the persistent, what's it called, live service games I've ever played, I've never played a game where I can honestly say we helped the developer get a Bugatti. And I don't know if he actually did or didn't get a Bugatti, but the collab was so out of place that we pretty much know he got a Bugatti, right? I guarantee you, he's probably sick of that. He's probably sick of people being like, bro, I didn't get a Bugatti. You know, he's probably sick to death of hearing about Bugattis, right? But again, I don't know any other game that did this. I can't think of another game that's ever done this. Thank you for that follow once again. Zombocalypse, welcome to the chat, my friend. Thank you for joining us. It is because, like, what do you guys know about Bugatti? Like, here's what I understand about Bugatti. I'll tell you what I understand. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong, right? Educate me. What I understand about Bugatti is the brand only makes cars for individuals that meet a certain social threshold. Like, you have to have a certain level of social status, or you need to offer the Bugatti something really special. They're kind of like they're like the bougiest of the brands of vehicle makers. They're right there with Rolls-Royce. Am I wrong? Right. Expensive cars for the high rollers. Right. So if you're an expensive car manufacturer, what business would you have collabing with Black Desert Online? You know, like who is your target demographic? The target demographic was Jay. He was the target demo. You know what I'm saying? So he got what he wanted. He says, hey, Bugatti, you know, I'll give you a cut of these sales, and in exchange, you'll sell me a car. And I feel like that's what happened. And if you guys have a different opinion than that, I'd love to hear it.
This man and the board, they must be insane. They must be certifiably insane. So let's watch. Greetings, adventurers. Jae-hee Kim, executive producer of
Verdict.
Black Desert, hopefully soon.
You're not wrong. It's not that they're insane, it's that they're tone deaf. And that the level of tone deaf that they are makes it seem like they must be crazy. You know what I'm saying?
To resign. Hwanghae province in the land of the morning light has been released globally. Thank you for all your unwavering affection and support for Black Desert. Jay, we left. We left Jay.
I'm going to do a verdict imitation right there because it was so good. He's like, Jay, we left. We don't support you. We're gone. We're gone and you're out of my life. This toxic relationship is over.
Okay. All right, we left because of you is why we left. We did. Everything is tits up because of you. What you did.
Hey, hold on. Hold on a second. Hold up. Hold up. What the
Desert. Jay, we left. We left Jay. All right, we left because of you is why we left. We did. Everything is tits up because.
Hey. Verdict. Hey, hey, bro. What? What is that? What is that?
Because of you. What you did for BDO is why we left. You killed it. 30% of the player base remains. You killed it. You, with your ideas, with your poor management, with your absolutely piece of shit maneuvering around issues, with you failing to address the community when we needed it, with your failure to be a good executive producers. This man, this Jae-hee Kim, he will not be.
All right, look. He kind of did Jae-hee Kim dirty. Look, I know he just hit pause in the video, but he paused on Jay basically smooching the camera, holding a little plushie. This is a bad look. He's looking kind of soft right here. Is all I'm saying. Hold up. I got this, boys. Here we go. Ready? Hey, Jay, why don't you just give me a smooch, buddy? Yeah. Why don't you give me a little, you know what I'm saying? Dude, I can't. Hey, man. Hey, man. Like, all I'm saying is like, hey, Jay, hey. Let me. What you got? Hey, buddy. How you doing? Little. Oh, I'm taller than Jay for sure. Hey, buddy. How you doing? You want to give me a little pucker? All right. That's enough. Silly. We'll continue. I'll continue. I promise I'm done being goofy for now. I can't promise all night. For now, though.
To find a job. If he leaves Pearl Abyss, if he is fired, he will not be able to.
응원 덕분에
unwavering affection. We have been able to safely develop and present content. Enjoying the new storyline, decorated Hyunglong, swiftly crafting sovereign weapons, Black Shrine new bosses. I haven't played any of it, by the way, for the people wondering. Every experience you more like in your own unique way. I hate him.
I just like, I'm not even laughing at these, like, verdicts just making me laugh, dude. He's just like, he's just listening to him talk, and he's progressively getting more angry. He's like, I hate him. I hate looking at him. I hate his stupid Harry Potter glasses. I hate him. He's just stewing, dude. He's on, which I don't blame him for, mind you. I do not blame him for at all, because he kind of screwed up all our favorite game here. But I'm just saying the verdict is this video is too much, dude.
Hold on, I need to read this again. I hope that all of your adventures are filled with joy. Somebody tell this man what's going on. It feels like there is a Chinese wall right around Pearl Abyss headquarters, and they like freaking guarding that shit for anything that's supposed to come in to never come in. I swear.
Well, yeah, the wall you're talking about is literally the Korean government, because this is their propaganda machine right now. But that's a different topic.
Continuing the adventures of the original continent.
He says I'm sweating. I'm the one in armor, and I fight crime in a metal suit. Okay, I want to hear it. Verdict.
With you. Striving to provide newer and more enjoyable experiences. I can't. This is surreal. It is surreal. It is surreal. This is not real. This cannot be real.
He's saying what we're all thinking.
They're completely insane.
We're all thinking it, and he's saying it. So I'm glad that this video exists. Verdict. That's some W content on his part.
Preparing to share news about future.
Look, I don't care if Verdict destroyed Paistanity. This was funny. I'm also kidding. He didn't destroy Paistanity. That was definitely somebody else's fault.
You mean, as Fake Uni said very well, screenshots of new developments, because you never show new development, but because you have nothing to show. It's insane. This is certifiably insane.
Facts. When they show off new content, they're only showing off concepts of new content, which tells us they're very far away from that new content. And the reason that that's happening, in my humble opinion, and I don't know this as a fact, obviously I'm not a Pearl Abyss insider. In my opinion, what's happening is a lot of our money is getting funneled into projects like DokeV and Crimson Desert. And one of the things that I predicted would happen is, as we got closer to Black Desert Online starting to kind of sunset, we would start seeing more content on Crimson Desert. And it's almost like the second the Black Desert Online player base dwindled, we started seeing preview after preview for Crimson Desert like clockwork, which did not surprise me. That completely met my expectation. But if you weren't aware of that, that might be a surprise to you. For me, it was not. Because again, that makes sense. A lot of the money that we're spending on Black Desert Online, the people who are buying literally millions of crons, billions and billions and billions of crons, all right? Those dudes are funding Pearl Abyss, who is taking that money and not reinvesting it in Black Desert Online right now. They're reinvesting it in Crimson Desert. And if they reinvested it in Black Desert Online, we'd have a better game. That's just what it is. We would have a better game right now, but we don't have a better game because the money's not coming here, which I think is a fair irritation on the player's part. I think it's fair for you to be irritated about it. I think it's fair for me to be irritated about it, because we're the one investing in the game and we're getting a different product. And we're not going to get a free version of that product. So when they release Crimson Desert, you're not getting a free copy of Crimson Desert for spending, $50,000 in Black Desert Online, which, goddamn, if you spent that much, please stop. Go do something else. Buy a Bugatti. But either way, let's continue.
Through next month's development commentary. You better come in next month, Jay, and bow your head like the last time you did. Which, hey, to be fair with you, I had a big play on that one, but yeah. We're always grateful to you. And we hope you enjoy Land of the Morning Light.
Again, it does feel a little tone deaf. you can say you're always grateful to us, but when you ignore the player feedback and you hear the most upvoted post in the all of NA's history is please don't implement this deck change, and you send it anyway, it's not a strong indicator that you're listening to us.
Thank you. Oh my god, I got a coupon code, of course. Hey,
Which the coupon code is valid, right? If you're still playing the game, I'm not playing it as a focus anymore, but I am still playing the game. Grab that coupon code.
Look at him. I just can't stand this man. I can't stand him. It's a professional thing, nothing personal, to be completely honest with you. It is just... all that I criticize about Jae-hee Kim has always been on a professional level. He is incompetent. He is a bad executive.
I don't know if he's incompetent. I do know that so in Korea, I found this out from our boy Hugh Hopbar. Korea, they call him the artist. And the reason that they call him the artist is because he doesn't listen. So that's the problem. You know, when you have like an artist who thinks they know better, they don't listen to people. They call him the artist. So it's not a compliment. It's a burn. And it's kind of a clever burn. I like those types of burns. But he doesn't listen. And this is part of Black Desert Online's biggest flaw. You have our CMs and GMs busting their hump to try and get somebody who is resistant to listening into trying to listen and improve the game.
Executive producer. He has actually led Black Desert Online into the dirt.
Okay, but counterpoint, he also led it into the clouds. So when Black Desert Online was successful, no one was blaming Jae-hee Kim, but when it sucks, they're all blaming Jae-hee Kim. Yes, he made decisions that were unpopular. Can those decisions be reverted? Yes. If they get reverted, will we regain all the players that we lost? No. The damages are permanent and they're tangible, but you cannot exclusively blame him for their failures or not blame him for the success either. So that is just to be fair.
All can agree upon. And let's have a look, because this is not the first time I'm watching this. My first comment, the audacity of this. Okay, hold on. Let's refresh to see how many people, if there's somebody else who...
I actually read the comments on this earlier. They were kind of wild. They were all talking about reverting the node war changes.
Well, mine probably got down. Oh, somebody upvoted. Revert the node war changes, please. Jay, it's time for retirement. Go home. Get a garden, few pets, whatever you...
I don't think... Like, I'm going to have a different take than a lot of people. I don't think I want Jae-hee Kim to retire. I think I don't want him to be the executive producer anymore, though. I would like to see him take a different role, because him having executive power over the production of this game is a problem. He is making decisions that do not support the player base. He does not know how to interact with the public to support those decisions. If you're going to be the guy to make the tough decisions, then you need to be able to defend those tough decisions. I don't think he can. I think he just ignores us. So, yeah, I would love to see him in a creative role, because a lot of the creative things that he does in this game are great. It's a lot of the things that make this game kind of a top-notch game. But he needs to not be in charge of all the decisions exclusively. Changing the war decks wasn't a creative decision. That wasn't based off the creativity of the game. That was based off of his desire to make the game more friendly to new players and more accessible, thinking, well, it's fine, we'll find new players, and the old players will leave. But that's not how that works. When the old players leave, the new players have no one to look up to, and the new players are like, why would you play this game? Or the old players will tell the new players, why would you play this game? And then it just ends up being a really bad cycle. And that's kind of what happened, more or less. You had a lot of people that just straight up quit.
But please resign. Let someone able to read feedback from the community replace you. Thank you. Nice coupon code rewards. Oh my god, looking forward to developer commentary. Coping. I have no idea.
That guy is coping. This dude, look, Nero, you get nothing. You get 0 prizes for sucking the dicks. You get nothing for that. 0. There's no reward in it for you. So just stop.
Let me guess, tier 3 Dekia and tier 2 Elvia. Nice story, bro. Please just get out of here, Jay. Revert the node war changes, please.
This was overwhelmingly received negatively. Almost all the comments are negative comments. It's not a good look.
And talk about Pearl Abyss not losing their plot. You cannot sit here and talk about how everything is right and okay and it's working fine. You cannot sit here and...
Okay, look. Once again, I like memes as much as the next guy. I think they're funny. However, Jae-hee Kim never said it's going to be, it will be okay. It will be okay, Jay said, was something that some translator put in the notes. We memed it like it was actually something he said. Not saying it's not funny because it's hilarious, but I'm just, in the interest of being truthful.
Just be a total 61 IQ idiot, not being capable of understanding that the game is in its worst state possible.
It really isn't. Hold on 1 second, though. Just want to look at my algorithm's jacked up because of you guys, but I'm just watching. I just want to see. He's got some Joe Rogan reacts, some Warhammer stuff, right? Some dark web, worst video ever, which is questionable. What's going on with this Russian propaganda video he's gotten a suggestion? I'm going to move over so you guys can see it. Like, hey man, do you even speak Russian, Verdict? I don't think you speak Russian, buddy. I have some concerns. All right. Let's see.
Its worst state possible. Steam charts for Black Desert.
That's a bot. Well, yeah, it's a bot.
Okay, let's take it for 1 year. Thank God this was the Berserk freaking thing, which, by the way, is one of the biggest and one of the worst things I have ever seen. Oh my goodness. Imagine it like this. You take...
It was kind of weirdly timed, the Berserk collab event, because then we got Land of the Morning Light, and now we have Zod still up. So we have an event boss in a completely different region of the game, plus... Land of the Morning Light bosses in yet another completely different region of the game. It is kind of an unusually timed event. And it's unusually timed. Like, there's two ways to look at this. You can look at it from the perspective of, okay, this is a sign that Prolibus is listening to the players. Or you could take it from the perspective of Prolibus doesn't care and they're just trying to cash grab. Whichever perspective you want to take is what you want to take. Because when they asked us what we wanted most, when they asked us, hey, what do we want to see, Prolibus do and bring back, or what collab would you like, or what outfit would you like to see us bring back? People overwhelmingly voted for the Berserk collab. And because it's a collab event, they need to get another company's permission in order to re-release that outfit, which probably took some time, right? That vote came out, in June, maybe July, and we got the item in September or whatever. So 2 to 3 months, that's about right for what it would have taken to execute a collab like that. We saw that as we didn't get listened to initially. And now they've delivered on the collab and everyone's like, oh, cash grab. So this is a bit of a catch-22 on Prolibus's part because either way they lost, right? Either people think they're milking it for money or they listen to the players. The lack of communication on what their intent was is wholly to blame. Now, if after that event they say, we hear you on the collab, we will discuss it with the other company and see if we can execute on that collab, everyone would have been fine. No one would have been saying cash grab. But because nothing happened, we got some other outfit, and then a couple of months later, we got the collab back. It looks like a cash grab, and I think that's pretty fair to assess.
Another branch which people love so much and you pay so much money to be able to provide this inside your game yet again, but it's a shit product still. And this is your coping mechanism, Prolibus, to do these events, to do those things that will bring new players into the game who love this franchise at the same time, only for them to see your absolutely horrid product, which we actually love because we live in an echo chamber of criticism, obsessive feedback, where the only thing that we want to see is BDO make it, and you do not wish for it to make it.
I'm gonna agree with him and I'm gonna disagree with him. I think that the echo chamber, the negativity is really easy to bandwagon onto, but I'm not a doomer for the sake of being a doomer, and I don't like to do that stuff. What I do like to do is be honest. And right now, I think honestly, the state of the game is not good, and I think that's an objective measure. For a new player, the game has a lot to offer, but for a veteran player, we're kind of in a really tough spot because all the things that we need are absurd grinds. And the free flow, the sandbox content has been sincerely limited. So we're not a sandbox as we once were. And that hurts. And I think we all feel that pain. I think that's a big part of the problem. Because the avenues of which we can activate our sandbox gameplay has been diminished. So I don't think we're dooming for the sake of dooming. I think it's not about being in an echo chamber until they make efforts to fix things and then it doesn't get listened to. An effort to fix things would be like dropping Land of the Morning Light Part 2 earlier than they intended because the voice actor strike in America was going to delay it too far. They heard our feedback, they executed on that, and then people still complained. You can't ask for something and then complain about it when you get it, unless you're talking about something like the Dekia 2 lantern. You get the Dekia 2 lantern, great. Your Dekia 1 lantern is gone. If you want to get another Dekia 1 lantern, you have to recraft it, which is quite a bit of silver investment. This is an example of Pearl Abyss giving us what we want, but covering in absolute shit. And because they do that, it's a problem. This is what we call the Pearl Abyss special. This is kind of what they do. They give us what we want and they cover it in shit. So it just sucks. It is what it is. We are still a sandbox, but they poured the sand out. Yeah, all we want is the sand back in the sandbox, I think. You know what's funny about all this though, Yama? And I said this to them in the partner Discord. I said, guys, listen, you want to fix the game? Turn GVGs back on. Let us go back to hating each other instead of hating you unanimously. Because then now Pearl Abyss is fighting all the players who accurately hate Pearl Abyss right now instead of each other. And we kind of hate each other. We're pretty good at that. We're pretty good at hating things unreasonably.
Made the game this way to not be able to support that many players, and we know that to be true, yet we cope and hope. We're sniffing that shit like I swear to God, I am losing my mind. It is absolutely insane. You cannot sit and talk. You just can't be here, Jay. You cannot. You should not be allowed to be here.
At this point, a verdict is in his feelings, which it's fine. You know, he's in his feelings. You know what? We're going to give him a little bit of comfort. Listen, buddy. It's going to be okay, verdict. It's going to be okay. Jay said so. Jay said it'll be okay. You have to believe. Okay. All right. All right. Let's get back to it. This video is almost over.
Who the hell stood in the morning in that board meeting and they decided that you're the good guy, man? If there is a Kathleen Kennedy of Star Wars, this is the Kathleen Kennedy of Black Desert Online.
Actually, base take.
I swear to God.
But he's in his feelings these last few minutes.
It is.
Peak during AOS was like 25K. We're down 10K from just 30. There's a lot of people who just log in for just that. No, I'm saying that they just log in for AOS is what I'm saying, Chris. So they log in, do AOS, and then they're done for the season. I agree. And this kind of supports my argument before that I made with some of my other guildies who were like, oh, well, AOS is not that popular. I'm like, AOS is way more popular than you realize. All right. Sorry about that. Chris, can you see if the group is ready? Can you hit up Paladin? Can you hit up Yama?